Hello guys. Today I'd like to give it a try to a new method which I was inspired by our proud member Kate Jung. She said today, how about Mariel, how about adding more audio sounds and visual images rather than written text when you share what you're doing to improve your English in neighbor band. So here we go. Today I'd like to share some expressions I've learned in one of the movies I saw on Netflix the other day. It's called Our Souls and Night. First of all, I'd like to compare the executive summary of the movie. Netflix offers this brief summary like you see on the screen. It reads, after widowed neighbors Eddie and Louis begin sleeping in bed together platonically to alleviate their loneliness, a real romance begins to blossom. And I'd like to compare this to my own summary, which I already shared in our neighbor band like this. Actually, when I wrote down the summary, I took it took lots of time and I had difficulty to explain the relationship between the two main characters in the beginning. They were not married each other, but they were married to other spouse, and because their spouse passed away in the past, they left alone. They were left alone. So they just live on her own in neighborhood. That's the start. But when I saw the Netflix short summary here, this relationship can be put simply as widowed neighbors. What an effective use of the words. Okay, now let's move on to the expression I'd like to share with you here.
So, how have you thought of me, if you ever have?
Oh, I've thought of you.
He eyes her as she starts to speak, and she cracks a grin.
No, not just that,
Oh,
but a person of substance, of character.
whatever gave you that impression?
Well, because of the way you lived your life, the way you managed your life after Carl died. I know the way it was with Diane and me, and it seemed to me you were doing a lot better than I was, and I admired that.
You never came over or made a point of talking to me.
Well, that would have been intrusive. I mean,
Yeah, intrusive.
You see, I like the expression like, how have you thought of me if you ever have? Or that might have been intrusive because it looked so thoughtful and very careful to communicate. It showed the way how can ask such things and answer such things in a very thoughtful way. So let's shadow it.
So how have you thought of me, if you ever have?
So, how have you thought of me if you ever have?
That would have been intrusive. I mean,
That would have been intrusive. I mean, so today, that's it. Thank you.